Hey everybody, welcome to Aniki, the podcast about anime with two brothers. I'm Ben.
And I am glazed and confused.
That is better than what I came up with. I wanted you to beat a pothead.
Yeah, unfortunately one of us is clever. Well, I guess fortunately for you, one of us is clever. So...
Which one is it?
I think that's obvious. Is this original? Is this based on... Oh, no, it is based off of a manga. Well, there you go.
It is. It's based off an manga.
Well, we're gonna worry about it later. Okay.
So what have you been up to since last we spoke?
We last spoke just like a day ago to do our stupid thing.
The Hotake Tuesday?
Hotake! I didn't realize it was on Tuesdays, and that's why you made it Tuesdays. I get it now. That's very funny. I'm laughing a lot right now.
I'm sure.
Hotake Tuesdays? Yeah, no, that's good. It's like a Taco Tuesday, but it's a hot take. Yeah, no, I got it.
You got it in one.
Very funny. Hilarious even. Well, I finally finished up Star Wars Visions.
And how good is it?
You know, it's pretty good. There's some really good ones. There's some mediocre ones. I wouldn't really say there's any bad ones. Even the one I didn't particularly like, Toby, is like, artistically it's amazing, but it's not particularly Star Wars-y, which is a bit of a bummer.
How would you stack it up with something like The Animatrix? Same, better, worse?
You know, I've never actually sat down and watched The Animatrix, but if I remember, I may have watched it like ages ago when it like first came out. That was fairly lackluster. This is better than that, I think.
Okay.
There's some really solid ones.
What all does it cover? Just random side stories or something?
Yeah, it's just a bunch of side stories of quasi-canonical nonsense. So I don't quite know how canonical any of the stories in it are, but they're all fairly good. Most of them take place in such a time in which it doesn't really matter. Like none of them are like in main timeline. At least most aren't. But there's one or two that are, so it might matter.
Is what's his face in it?
What's his face?
Yeah,
oh yeah, no, I know.
Blue
What's
guy.
his face?
Blue guy.
The blue guy.
Yeah.
The one that's not an elephant?
Yeah. That guy.
Max Rebo.
Nah, his name's
Max Rebo.
He's an admiral and he does things. He got red eyes.
Oh, Thrawn.
I knew it started with a T.
The blue guy. I like how you say blue guy, and my mind goes to Max Rebo before it goes to Thrawn. I guess it says a lot about me. Max Rebo is a guy who performs Bith Jizz, so you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ask what that is.
It's jazz. You know, yeah, but it's spacey, so it's jizz instead. So that's hilarious because someone in Star Wars decided to do that.
A decision was made to use that word.
Decision was made. It was not smart.
Oh, here we are.
Here we go. But no, Thrawn is not in it. No main characters are in this.
Gotcha. I'll have to watch that then. How many episodes are there?
There are nine shorts. They vary in length, but they're about 15-20 minutes.
Well, that's not bad. I can watch that.
They're solid. It's good.
Cool. You been up to anything else?
Work.
Anything weeb related?
I mean, I finished up Ghost of Tsushima, which was really good.
Ghost of Tsushima. That was a game, right?
Yeah, it's a samurai game.
Samurai game. And how did you find the ending of that?
Well, yeah, it was really solid. The DLC was okay. I think it does some things that I probably wouldn't do. I think it does. It tells a story that I do not think is a story that would have been told were it made by a Japanese team.
Interesting. But how would you come to that conclusion without spoilers?
I don't think I could.
Okay. Fair enough.
It's good. It's a solid game. It's definitely very much in the Western RPG style. But it's super solid. Would recommend. Good. Yeah, combat's fun. I got a good 90% completion rate on it, just in time for Metroid Persona crossover.
I can't tell if you're joking or not.
What?
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, right, because it's Metroid Burn Your Dread.
I don't know why I keep inviting you on the show. No.
Burn My Dread?
No. No, you're
it's
done.
Like the Persona song?
No, you're done. You know.
You see? It's very funny.
Uh-huh.
It's better than all of your jokes.
My jokes take a refined course to get to.
Hold on. Let's back up. So far on the show, your joke today has been you put the Hotakes on Tuesday because it's like Taco Tuesday. And
actually,
that's the length and breadth of your joke.
Actually, you came up with that one a long time ago.
Did I?
You did.
I do that on purpose?
Yes, you did.
Oh, well, so your best joke on today's show is a joke I came up with, and it was so mediocre, even I forgot about it.
Yep.
So, and that's your best joke. Yep. So it says a lot more about you than it does me. Other than that, I've played a lot with the doggo.
Nice doggo. I already finished the Idaten anime.
Oh, yeah. I thought we were going to watch that for the show. You can't finish that before we watch it for the show.
Well, here's the thing about that. I thought it was going to wrap up. And instead, former studio Madhouse, which is now MAPPA, and the author took a bold move.
Oh, yeah?
So that show is based on a web comic that was being turned into a manga. So the anime caught up to the manga about episode 7 and then kept going until it reached the end of the webcomic, which has been on hiatus for 5 years, and then just stopped. Like, there wasn't an ending. It just stopped.
It just stopped. Well, I mean, I'd rather do that than they just start making up crap.
Yeah, well, I was like, that's...
Hey, did you know the show we're going to watch actually has a second season for the fall?
I did know that, yeah.
Oh, well. Hot dang. I'm going to watch it because it was cute. But
I did like Idaten, though. It was a very good show. Want it to be finished.
Well, not yet.
Not yet.
Sorry.
Probably 10 years from now. We'll see.
It'll be a minute. Or it'll never finish.
Probably.
Like Jujutsu Kaisen went on hiatus.
That just really stabs me in the heart. I feel much sorrow right now.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to finish it, you can just go read the rest of Naruto or the rest of any other shonen that's out there, because it's just like all of those. It's pretty, but it's just like all of those.
And that one guy has very pretty eyes.
One guy has pretty eyes. Sure.
Yeah, the guy with the blindfold on. Remember?
Oh, yeah, he does have very pretty eyes.
We did watch that show.
We did.
I have documented evidence that we did.
Yeah, and it's just extremely mediocre.
Yeah. In fact, the only thing I really remember is that guy has pretty eyes.
That's true.
So, I don't know how to segue that into pottery.
You know what else is pretty and glistening?
Pottery?
Well, glazed pottery, yeah.
Well, this time we decided to watch Let's Make a Mug 2, which is, as you all know, a much anticipated sequel to the highly acclaimed Let's Make a Mug.
Yakunara Magu Kappu mo.
Yes.
Because in Japanese, and I did not know this, a mug is known as a mug cup, which is delightful to find out.
Mug cup?
I didn't know. They're a mug cup.
I should start calling them that. That seems
Mug
much
cups.
more delightful. Especially if we go to like a bar that has mugs or steins.
Can I have a mug cup, please?
Like one mug cup of your finest beers.
Not a mug, but a mug cup. Well, no. I think a beer mug or a beer stein probably has a different word, because I bet mug cup refers specifically to like a tea mug or a mug in which one would put hot cocoa in.
I don't know.
Yadanika.
So here's the plot of Let's Make a Mug 2, which is spelled T-O-O.
Yeah, as well.
There's a girl who has a mom who's dead. Spoilers.
Yeah, pottery killed her mom.
Pottery somehow killed her mom. She and her dad have moved to Tajimi City of Gifu prefecture, which is a real place.
This is very important. This is very important because this show is just like Zombieland Saga. This show is meant to be an advertisement for the pottery industry centered in Gifu, Japan.
Yep. And she learns to make pottery.
But not as well as her friends, or as well as her mom. Her mom was very good at pottery.
She was a prodigy at pottery.
Yeah, a pottery prodigy. Podgery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the plot.
That's it.
12, 15 minute, no, 13, 15-minute episodes.
Yeah.
Pretty short. You could binge it in
Knock it out
if you wanted.
You know what? It's pretty cute. None of the characters have much of a personality, other than one has too much personality. One's a Hime. One's a main character, and the other one is main character's friend who makes weird remarks.
She's present.
Yeah, I guess so.
I never figured out her purpose either. I'm sure there was a deep plot going on with her that will be resolved in season 2.
I would love to read the manga. I'm very curious.
It has 33 volumes of manga.
Seriously?
It started in 2012 and is still going.
Hot dip.
Oh,
man,
yeah.
I kind of want to read it though, because the setup of the show is like kind of interesting. Girl moves to her her mom's hometown, well, both of her parents' hometown, learns that her mom had like a profound influence on this town and its art scene, and like she has to grapple with that while like trying to carry on her mother's legacy in some ways. But she's, you know, trying her best, and she has to learn this from scratch. Meanwhile, all of her friends who have grown up here have like grown up in like Pottery Central, so have like a pretty big head start on like this craft. So like all this setup's fine, but then it's just like a 13 episode Shoujo Dobutsu end.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Like, well, I mean, I'm not mad about this, but you know,
if I learn nothing else from this show, it's that kids in Tajimi City do nothing but make Himeno wear pottery their entire childhood and then decide whether or not they want to do it professionally.
That's true.
And that's it. Neat. That's what I learned. It's fine. It's a fine show.
There's a subplot where instead of trying to make mugs real good, her dad's trying to make curry real good.
That does also occur. There's that very stressful curry subplot. A lot of twists in that one.
No, there's lots of twists in the main plot.
Because they're twisting coils of rope.
Hey, that's a spoiler.
Well, now it is. Would you like to go into spoiler land? There's no spoilers, really.
I mean, look, you spoil you spoil what her fancy project is.
I did.
She's got to make a project for the pottery contest,
which means it's kind of a sports anime, sort of.
A little bit. It's got some sports anime vibes. It's true. It's true.
Although, if it is a sports anime and has those vibes, it does subvert them in a very nice way.
Does it?
Yes. It does.
All right, if you say so. I'm not so sure it does.
So I think, if nothing else, this show is domestic propaganda.
Well, 100% that's true.
There's no other reason for this thing to exist.
I can't say that you're wrong. It is. It is. Come to our prefecture and buy our pots.
Come to our prefecture and help make pots, I think is
even better. Or have kids and have them make pots.
This is just another subtle, please have kids.
Every show in Japan is a subtle or not so subtle, please have kids.
I did learn that Himeno-ware pottery is a thing. That took me down a rabbit hole.
It did make me look up crystalline glazes.
Yes. Turns out they're not environmentally friendly.
Oh, are they not?
No, because it's all metal oxides and heavy metals and stuff.
Look, all art is kind of inherently bad for the environment because of most of the media we use to make art. But, you know.
I agree. The internet was a mistake.
You just kind of deal with it. I mean, think of how much energy JPEGs use, and that's basically all art is these days, just JPEGs.
Yeah, just all of the things.
Name one kind of art better than a meme. You just can't. Minions are the height of of human art.
NFTs.
NFTs of minions. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I've raised it up another level.
Oh, there you go.
So apparently there are different subtypes of Himeno-ware, and I couldn't find the one that they were focusing on mostly in this show.
I have no idea.
I looked at Shino-ware, which is from the 16th century and looks like wobbly clay. I looked up Oribe-ware, which is closer because they do wild colors on stuff.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
So you really did go down the rabbit hole, eh?
I did. I went and looked up some things.
I didn't. I just watched it and enjoyed how these girls were cute and how her mom made a really cool statue. Did you see if that statue thing is based on something real?
I tried looking it up. I couldn't find anything.
Monument there.
Couldn't find anything.
I mean, we have installations like that around here, but we make them out of glass because we've got the big glass studio down in Tacoma.
Well, clearly you should be making them out of ceramics.
Clearly, I get it.
And crystalline glazes. That's what you should be doing.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
You could do that in your backyard, maybe.
Maybe I should.
Yeah, why not?
I'll get a kiln.
So, I don't know how to approach this show because
it's
a lump of show, and we'll have to throw this lump of show into something.
Yeah, I'll have to spin it up. Most of the show is just about our main character Himeno and her trying to make something cool for a school contest. That's about it.
Intercut with weird side character focus episodes.
Little micro plots. I did like the dream episode. That was kind of fun.
That was weird.
It was weird. They go to a Kappa palace and meet her young grandmother for no reason. But yeah, she decides to make a ceramic cushion, which I did look up and is a real thing that the Chinese used to use, which is actually kind of interesting and fascinating.
They did say that
because it's so hot there. Yeah, it's so hot there and ceramic's real cool, so they would use that.
See, I thought she was gonna make like an actual cushion, a pillowy looking thing out of ceramic.
Yeah,
that's what I was expecting.
Kind of more of a mat, kind of a ceramic mat.
It looked more like a placemat, yeah. Although apparently it looked very comfortable.
Extraordinarily comfortable. And the glaze she used on it is the same glaze her mom used on a monument that her mom made when she was about her age in the town.
Which sings in the wind.
That's the plot of the show.
Speaking of her mom died tragically at some point in the past.
When 10 years ago, she died because she potteried so hard she got sick.
And in the very first episode, when Himeno tells her dad, I'm going to go join the pottery club, he gets up and goes to the shrine in the house and says to the mother's picture, I won't let the same thing happen to her as it did you.
Yeah, I won't let pottery kill my daughter.
Was she involved in a tragic pottery accident?
I guess so.
Did she drown in clay, maybe?
Mm-hmm. To shards, you say.
Fair.
Yeah,
they could have just left it at she died.
Well,
I would have been fine, but then they threw in the extra detail.
That was a little silly. I assume she was pottering so hard she stayed up late and got sick because everyone in Japan gets sick if a window is left open at night. That's true. Caught a cold and died tragically.
Well, she also could have been caught out in the rain.
Yeah, that'll happen. That'll get you every time.
Every time. So here's some thoughts. I just got a list of thoughts.
There's one other plot here, and that I think is actually very, very interesting. Which is one of the reasons why she wants to make this cushion so bad is to impress her dad, because her dad is really like her dad breaks his bowl that he uses to eat rice in, and this bowl was made by her mom, his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And while he's waiting to get a replacement bowl, she borrows a bowl made by what's her face,
the Genki one.
No, not the Genki one.
Or made by the Hime one.
Not to be confused with Hime. By Toko.
Right.
Made by Toko. Right? And he is really impressed by this bowl. He is like, oh my god, this bowl. Okay. And then when Himeno makes a replacement bowl for her dad's just like, thanks for the bowl.
This is a good bowl.
This is a good bowl.
This also holds liquid.
God damn it, he wasn't like super Biff jizzed about the the bowl that I made. This is a big bummer. And she's like, well, I'm going to make this cushion and he will be impressed by that, because she's just like feels like she's let down her dad because her dad's not impressed with her. He is with other people's stuff, which I can get, right? Yeah. Like that's like a feeling, right? Like,
yeah, this
you want to make your parents proud. Yeah, that's good.
Is her just trying to find recognition, and she tries to get it from her friends, and they just give it because they're friends with her.
They're friends.
She tries to get it from her dad, but that's a high bar. She tries to get it from the judges, and she's never really sure where to get it from until like the very last episode.
Yeah. Because then the very last episode, which is really cute. Like, I mean, she doesn't win her contest, which is a bummer.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then, and she brings her little cushion thing home, and her dad learns that it's a cushion. He's like, oh, it looks so comfy, I'm going to sit on it. And he sits on it. Right. You know what happens to it?
The thing I was worried was going to happen through the whole show is something very important gets broken.
To shards, you say.
To shards.
To shards, you say. And breaks it. And you think she's going to be really sad about it, but instead, she's very happy because her dad looked at it and was like, I just really wanted to sit on it because it looked cozy. And that's like, that makes her happy because that's all she wanted. She wanted somebody to just be like, what she was going for with this art piece was, one, she did want it to actually be functional, but two, she wanted to make something that people really had that like emotional response to. So that's really good.
So really, it's performance art.
Yeah, in a way. But it's also kind of funny because she said that she and all of her friends sat on it and it held up fine, but they are young Japanese schoolgirls
who weigh nothing.
And he is an old man, and he broke it. He's
not that old.
Old man.
He's probably my age.
Old man. And broke it to shards, you say. It's good. It's a good little story.
I like
just really
that
short.
whole art because normally in these types of shows, even these saccharine ones that are clearly just propaganda, you know, they enter the contest or whatever, and they get some kind of recognition, right? So probably not the grand prize. And I was worried she was going to get the grand prize when she didn't get any
they never get the grand prize. That's the thing. Whenever it's a Moe Blob show, whenever it's a Moe Blob sport show, they never win. They just, people are like, oh, but you tried so hard. That's how it always works. And you'll get it next time. That's how all Bishoujo and
I thought she would get something because they said, oh, well, 25 participants get awards. I'm like, oh, well, she'll probably get one of those.
Yeah, and they do kind of tease it out because she's also like, well, she didn't get the little recognition dot, but she might get it anyway. But then she didn't win anything, and that was a little bit of a. It was actually a bit of a bummer. It was like, well, she should have won like something because all her friends won something too.
But I like the way that the show presented like how you went through the creative process, because she went through. I don't know what to make. I want to make people happy with what I'm making. Then I want people to see the skill that I wish I had. Then I don't really want. I want to find the creative spark in just enjoying things, which leads to I really don't want an award, but actually that'd be super cool if I got an award. God damn it, where's my award? I didn't get it. Oh, this is the worst. And then her dad likes it instead, which is nice.
Well, not just likes it. He wanted to sit on it. And what's nice is also like the presenter is there and she's like, yeah, a lot of the judges actually said the same thing where they just really wanted to sit on it. And she's like, oh, that's also enough recognition. Even though I didn't win, the piece kind of did what I wanted it to do. And it's like, oh, well, that's good.
Indeed. It stirred action.
Yeah, it stirred an emotional response.
So here's the most burning question I have for this show. And it's something
burning, I get it.
Yeah.
Because
it's something that has bothered me since I finished the show up until now.
Okay.
What's the show called?
Let's Make a Mug 2.
Do you know what no one makes in this show?
The deal. Yeah, no, I know, right?
Not one.
It is, let us also make a mug. That is what it is. But she doesn't see a mug. She is not inspired by a mug.
Nope. I thought that her art piece was going to be a mug.
A mug. Yeah, no. I know, right? There's one mug in the show that is mentioned and is important, and it's the really cute Santa mug, and that's okay, but it's not even that important. Here's the other thing. Maybe in the manga, like, a mug is important at some point. And there is another, like, kind of important mug thing in the show, and, like, it's her dad's cafe. Her dad's cafe, its kind of gimmick is that they have, like, 100 million different mugs that you can choose from.
All made by her mom.
When you're going to drink coffee there. All made by her mom, which is like really cool because she's like a super famous artist in a certain media of which this town is known for. And you would think she would be inspired by that and be like, oh, I also want to make a mug. But she never says the thing. No one ever says the thing. Somebody is supposed to say the thing and no one really says the thing. At the very end of the show, she's like, maybe we'll make mugs next. And it's like, but that's not the name of the show. You have to say the name of the show or it doesn't count.
Exactly.
You got to say the thing.
So we can say, hey, that's the name of the show.
Maybe it's supposed to be what we want is at the end of the show, she's about to make a mug and you're like, man, I want to make a mug too. Is that what you're supposed to say?
Oh, so it's a meta commentary.
It's a meta commentary because again, this is just an advertisement for Gifu Japan. Come buy our mugs. And then maybe you could make one as well.
Maybe. I guess I'll have to go to Japan now and make a mug.
Too?
Although I didn't have time to watch it, but there is a companion piece to Let's Make a Mug 2, where the VAs for all these characters go and make mugs and are filmed doing so.
Yeah, I kind of want to watch it, but also I have other things to do with my time.
Here's some other random thoughts.
There you go.
You want some more random thoughts? How come?
What?
Now,
how come?
In this particular show, it finally did make sense because this is a real place and this city is known for pottery and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But still, how come every club show has this huge building in the back of the school that no one uses except this one really weird niche club?
That is true. And that's when they explain it, though.
Yes, because it's in Tajimi City and they have a long history of pottery at that school. So, which is fine. But why are there only 4 members then?
I don't. Well, they explain that. They say that most of the kids that actually care about going into pottery as a real life job go to the technical high schools. Because in Japan, you have to understand how Japanese high school works and that they're all privatized. And the only amount of schooling that is legally required by the state is through 9th grade, which is middle school for them. So all high school is optional and private in Japan. Cannot stress this enough because everybody gets this wrong, but that is why. You don't have to go to high school in Japan. Granted, like 98, 99% of people do, but after 9th grade, you can do anything you want. You can drop out and you can go work. That's why there's a bunch of these shows where it's like, oh, I couldn't go to school. I had to drop out and go to work. And it's like, yes, yeah, you actually can do that because once you've graduated middle school, you can do whatever you want. You're a legal adult.
Thank you.
I think so. I think you're a legal adult after that, but I don't know for certain.
I don't know. That's a good
legal
question.
Adult.
I think you're going to get a lot of weird results.
I will. It is 20.
So not a legal adult.
That applies mainly to the right to vote.
I'll just look.
Yep. Civil code defines age of adulthood as 20 years old. So there you go.
Age of majority in Japan, 20 years old as of 2020.
Though it's going to be lowered to 18 in 2022. It says.
Why would they wait 2 years to do it?
Well, they probably planned it at some point.
Well, sure, but why not just make it immediate? That gets into politics. I don't care.
I don't know. Well, because it's the people who are 18 now will be 20 then. I don't know. Some reason. Who knows?
Sure. Hey, there was a point in this show where I had a horrific reaction. I thought it was suddenly going to turn into a horror show.
A horror show or just a show that's going to be very sad?
A horror show. Or at least body horror. So in episode 4 or 5, when she fires her first piece and with glaze, they open up the kiln, right?
Yeah, one of them leans down on the ceramic tiles, after it's done.
No,
and you're like, man, that's got to be hot. I can't believe you're doing that. So the kiln
opens, right? And I feel like what they were going for is like a Pulp Fiction. This golden glow is coming out.
Oh yeah, it was glowing inside.
But it's a kiln. So I already expect a glow to be coming out of it because it's hot. And I thought, oh, well, they're looking into it and it's still hot. And then one of them reaches in and grabs the pot.
Agreed. There's so many times where I'm just like, shouldn't that be like 1,000 million degrees?
Ugh.
But I don't know.
I
don't know, pots. Also, they tease her making a kappa, and she never makes a kappa either, which is very upsetting.
Also, there's an unresolved plot hole that I think ruins the whole show.
Is it a plot hole or is it just an unresolved plot thread?
Yes. So in episode 5, do you remember what happens in episode 5? Probably not, but I'll tell you.
I really don't.
So it has nothing to do with pottery, sort of.
Yeah.
So they're going to go someplace, and then they see teacher over there talking on the phone, and they assume.
Oh, yeah, and she sees fireflies.
Yeah, she assumes that dumped her boyfriend, and things aren't going well. So they decide to stalk their teacher for a while, and they end up going out in the
middle of nowhere.
Middle of nowhere. Yep. They end up seeing fireflies, and they have walked a hell of a way. By the time they get to the firefly place with Sensei, it's well past sunset in summer, so it's real late. What happened to them after that?
They call an Uber. Because keep in mind that Sensei probably just wanted to have a nice hike because she seems the hiking sort, but she had probably decided a way to get home.
But I feel like it was heavily implied that this was either her hometown or she had friends in this town with which to stay.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the girls do too. Well, maybe they stay with Sensei and the buddies.
That would be a hell of a thing. Hey, I know you were coming over. I did not
teachers are weird.
I didn't expect 4 teenage girls to also be with you. Let me get extra accommodation in my small 6 tatami room house.
They're in the country. Their houses are huge out there.
Only if you can afford it.
Oh. No. Housing in Japan is shockingly cheap.
I just assume they slept outside.
I mean, it's also possible. Maybe this has had a crossover with Yuru Camp.
Ooh, I like that.
They're in different prefectures.
They're so far away from each other.
They're very far away. Yeah, they're like a day's drive away. It's crazy.
Here's some other random thoughts.
Okay.
In episode 1, she decides that Hime decides to join this club, right? And she sees the ghost of her mother as a teenage girl.
I thought they were going to do that a little bit more. I really thought there was going to be a little bit more.
And we never talked about that again.
Your mom is kind of guiding you through this, right? Like, I do like how in some ways that she is learning about her mom through her mom's art in this town. I do wish there was more of that.
That's fine. I liked that. But why have the ghost then?
Well, I mean, it's like an emotional response. But I do like, again, like I like some of these ideas that they bring up and then drop where it's like you're remembering your mom better by being here in her hometown and doing things that she did, but they don't follow through on a lot of that, which is a bit of a bummer.
No, I liked the parallel flashbacks. I thought that was good, or her reading things and seeing that flashback. That's fine.
Yeah,
I thought it was well done. But if you're gonna have a ghost, use the ghost. Let's have
the ghost in Act 1.
Let's have more ghosts.
By Act 2, you have to see her a lot because this is basically a baseball show.
Yes, which means someone's probably going to die at some point.
Not Summer Rain. Gosh, what's in Cross Game?
Cross Game.
Summer Rain's the theme to the anime, which is not very good. But
you know what though? I think we should have a spin-off show of Let's Make a Mug 2. And it should be called Following Granny Around Her Whole Life, because that woman got up to some stuff.
She did, didn't she? Her grandma?
Yeah,
she was on several local Access TV shows.
Yeah, she's on Access TV shows. Apparently, she was a singer once. She plays online games. Okay,
she seems like
she's seen some stuff.
Hime's grandma's got it going on. That's all I have to say.
Okay, Hime's grandma's got it going.
Yeah, see, it's like the really bad song.
It is.
Yeah, you can tell there wasn't much to the show, but look, it's cute. It's cute. You can bust it out in 2 hours or something, 2.5 hours. Yeah. It's worth a little bit of watch if you like these types of shows.
There were some little details though that I noticed. One is the blonde Ginky girl apparently has a secret crush on.
Oh yeah, she does. Especially during the dream episode.
Oh yeah,
Yudi. I see.
This is going somewhere.
Yeah, she is a little too ginky for my tastes, but all right.
Well, it's not that she's too kinky; it's that she's too manic pixie dream girl. Is what she is.
She's a little that.
Just too much manic and not enough anything else.
Yeah,
I went along with Toko yelling at her.
They have to get you these girls' personalities in all of 15 minutes,
which is fine. But then, what is brown hair girl's personality besides
weird? She's the weird friend.
Is she in the club? I could never figure.
No, she's not in the club.
Why is she here?
She is Himeno's neighbor.
I know that.
I read the manga. I don't know this for sure. And they moved over at summer break, or no, I guess winter break because they start in the spring. Moved there over winter break, and then she knows Naoko for longer than everybody else because she was just the next door neighbor. That's something I have sussed out, not because I know for certain. I'm going to click this Wikipedia link, and maybe it will tell me.
It won't, because I'm sitting on it. I've been sitting on that page this whole time, and
you are correct. There's not enough information about this show for me to make this.
The character list is literally just the character list.
Let's make a mug 2. Is it on? Okay, Manga Dex.
Is it on Manga Dex?
I don't know. I was about to look.
She says weird stuff. I don't know if she's in the club.
See, here it is.
I don't remember her making anything.
0 chapters uploaded.
Okay, that means
no. I don't think she's in the club.
Then why is she hanging around the club all the time? And she keeps saying that she comes from other clubs. Like she was in the rescue club. She was in some other club.
Well, she's there because Himeno is there, and she's buddies with Himeno.
Sure.
Yeah. It is on Manga Dex, but there is nothing there.
It is pretty niche.
Yeah, very niche. All of my hopes have been dashed to shards, you say.
There is one more thing that we need to talk about.
All right.
Now, there is a second season of Let's Make a Mug 2, which unfortunately is called Second Kill, not Let's Make a Mug 2 2.
2 2, which would be very delightful.
So I'm very upset about that. Yeah. However, at the end of the last episode, they're doing the ending theme, the credits over, some establishing shots and where are they now things. There's
don't you forget about me.
There's some chick who's extremely upset that Toko won a thing out of nowhere. Right. Like what?
It's like I have no idea who this is. Again, from the manga, obviously, and that's obviously like Toko's Raiburu.
I guess.
But still, it is kind of like I have no idea who this is. I can put it together because I'm a competent human being.
She has pictures of Toko all over her wall, and she's raging out.
Why have you thrown this at me when it's no one I've ever been introduced to ever before? How popular is the manga in Japan? We can't know.
I assume it's very popular in Tajimi City of Gifu prefecture.
Because it's had 33 digital volumes. Okay, hold on. So it's been serialized in Japan online. So it's an online, and it's a webcomic basically.
Yeah, that's fine.
And there was a second manga series.
That one started in January of this year. So it's
okay,
like
so it's
10
more
months
based
old.
off the anime. 33 volumes. Are those Takubon? Or is that like, how many chapters is this?
I don't know, because the Wikipedia page is very sparse.
Well, yeah, but we can probably go to its actual like website, right?
There's a wiki for it in English, but it only goes up to volume 7. Let me read you the synopsis of volume 7 according to the Let's Make a Mug official fan wiki. Volume 7. Volume 7 is the 7th volume of the Yakunara Mug Cup Mo manga. Synopsis: girls who make pottery. End page.
I want to know more about this, and yet the internet can't even make this happen.
No.
I mean, maybe if you Google it in Japanese, like in the actual kana.
Let's try that.
Maybe we can make this happen.
Oh, it does have a website.
Yeah, well, it's got to, because it's based off of a webcomic.
YakumoProject.com.
Oh, see, oh, here
Hey,
we
look,
go.
there's all the VAs and the mugs they've made. Look, someone made a mug.
Well, it's a free download. You can download the whole comic for free. Well, hot dip. Is it in English or is it in Japanese only?
I think you know that already.
Well, yeah, but the website itself here is in English.
Where can I? You said you have to download it. Where can I download it?
No, watch this. We're gonna go. We're going deep. We're going deep here. Look, there's not much to talk about, so we're gonna find something to talk. It is in flippin' English, all for free.
What? Well, hell's bells.
Hell's bells. I mean, it's only the first 7, but it must be the 7 Takubon. Maybe there's 7 Takubon.
I guess I know what
chapters.
I'm doing tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna mainline this. Hot dip.
Okay, well, since you download it for free, I'll put a link in the show description.
Yeah, it's official. Okay, so no. This is just the first 7 Takubon, because this was published 2013, which probably still goes further than the show ever did. But yeah, so there you go. Supporting companies. What is Yakumo? Yeah, Yakumo-tajimi.com/en.
Oh, so that's different from Yakumo Project. I was on YakumoProject.com.
That's probably the manga. That's probably the anime.
It is the
because those are always yeah.
Well, let's look at these supporting companies then. Oh, there's a lot.
Yeah, well, yeah, because it's probably the entire prefecture of Gifu.
There's a lot of these. Most of them have websites even.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Look at that. There's one more thing that I want to talk about.
Yeah, it's distributed as a free manga, free magazine in Tajimi, Nagoya, Osaka, and Tokyo 4 times a year. And you can also get
it's free literally propaganda.
I mean, yeah, it is. It's
from the government of Tajimi.
From the government.
So there's one more character that I did not understand, and maybe we'll get more, but I didn't like the introduction of this character, and that is the weird judge that stared at the thing.
She must have had a thing. She must have had a thing for her mom.
Well, I think that's obvious, but he's never mentioned by anyone anywhere, and then suddenly in like the last episode, it's like, oh yeah, instead of just knowing her mom in high school, this guy is apparently the third wheel from the past.
Yeah.
Come back to do something. I hope it's not creep on Hime, because that'd be weird. Probably
creep on Hime.
No, we gotta keep our mugs pure mugs.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like this English website died in 2016. That being said, still got the first 7.
But there's an anime website.
Go to the Japanese page. Well, there you go. So we have made a mug. I feel free. I feel comfortable calling it here, saying we have successfully made a mug.
A mug or a mug cup?
A mug cup. We have successfully made a mug cup out of mud, out of special Tajimi mud.
Now, question: did this show make you want to buy pottery supplies and start making pots?
Slightly. Mostly because we used some at the toy store, and so it's like, oh yeah, so that's how you do it.
Mm-hmm. Well then, what should we watch for next time? I said with much trepidation.
We could watch something good, or we could watch what we promised we would watch for October.
And we got to give the fans the thing that we promised.
The fan. We have to give all of our fan the thing that we promised them.
We promised them back in May. Sometime.
Yeah.
And it is Spooktober.
We're gonna have to watch the end of so we're gonna have to watch the end of Castlevania, which I'm sure will be pretty. Look, it's always pretty.
At least it's the last one. Mm-hmm. I refuse to watch any spin-offs.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, I might do it on my own time, but it depends on how much time I have. And considering I generally don't have much time.
Well, then I guess we'll watch Castlevania.
Castlevania, is this season 3 or 4? 4, right? 4? Okay.
How many episodes does it have?
Well, I'm sure it's not very many.
I mean, you say that, but 10.
Why do you auto do this? I hate it when this happens.
It has 10 episodes.
10 episodes?
Yes. If one of the episodes is not entitled Church Bad, then someone has failed along the way.
Okay, well, season 3 was 10 episodes as well, so that's not terrible.
No, but here we are.
Maybe it's good. I don't know.
Has it been yet?
Oh, look, some of the animation's good, and some of the fights are good. But that's about the long and short. Of it.
I mean, that's what you said about Jujutsu Kaisen, so...
Well, yeah. I feel like Castlevania is usually slightly more unique than Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen is so freaking by the books. Like, it to the point where it has a tournament where everybody's going to learn to get better by being in a big tournament. And they announce it, and you're like, oh, so the bad guy is going to invade during the tournament, and then they all have to come together to repel the bad guy. And then it's literally as soon as you think that, that's what happens. So, like, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't either. Well, I guess next time we're going to watch vampires and Church Bad and stuff.
Maybe that's not the plot this time.
Doubt. Yeah. Heavy doubt. But we'll see.
It's so mediocre. Pretty, but so mediocre.
We shall see.
All right. Well, there you go.
See y'all next time.
Bye forever.